just a tasting guide. Wasted on you. Vision was blurry, the mood got me working and my feelings got loose. Let's just forget I was just playing. Can we move on and have a good night? Let's just forget that. Unless you say maybe you might think about us time to time. Let's just forget that. Don't know why I'm waiting. Don't entertain it if it ain't right. But let's just say you feel the same. I wouldn't hesitate. Wasted on you. Hours and hours trying to figure out what power makes me feel like I do. Wasted on you. I keep on fighting, but the more I try to hide it, more that you can see through. Let's just forget that I was just playing. Can we move on and have a good night? Let's just forget that. Unless you're saying that you might think about us time to time. Let's just forget that. Don't know where I'm waiting. Don't entertain it if it ain't right. Let's just let's just say you feel the same. I wouldn't hesitate. Wasted on you. Wasted on you.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out chicagolegalnetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Oh, I got a mic in my hand, y'all.
A love song, play this when you love song. Your love song, drowning when you jump on, yeah. Dying to come see what you'll do to me. A love song, play this when you love song. Amazing, yeah. Front and the back looking crazy. I know that you're thinking what I'm thinking. Why you look this good, baby? All to myself, I'm selfish. Around you, I can't help it. You ain't no one else's. You ain't no one else's, yeah. Wondering how did you get here? Taking me for a ride. You came in so unexpected. You make me feel like a love song. Play this when you love song. Your love song, drowning when you jump on, yeah. Dying to come see what you'll do to me. A love song, play this when you love song. Amazing, yeah. Girl, you so fun, I would pay it. Killing them selfies, she's slaying. All in my head, it keep playing, yeah. Keeping this real, no faking. She wants something so, yeah. unexpected. You make me feel alive. A love song, play this when you love song. Your love song, drowning when you jump. Oh yeah, dying to come see what you do to me. A love song, play this when you love song. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I see you, Dawn. Slick J Adams. Good morning. Come on. Come on. You're listening to the book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn. This morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn. Are you ready for the truth? And nothing but the truth, so help you, Dawn. She's bringing it to you every weekday at 9 in the morning. So if you wanna hear the real, this is what you gotta do. Just log online and listen to Dawn speak her mind. In the morning, you're listening to the book of Dawn. This morning, you're listening to the book of Dawn. This morning, you're listening to the book of Dawn. You're now tuned in to Dawn.
Yes. Oh, sexy Dawn. What's in it for the light-skinned black people media?
Oh,
Yeah.
the light-skinned black
Light skin. One time for the light skin. Good morning, sunshines. Good morning, Mr. Milhouse.
Good morning, my love.
We go together, y'all. Y'all so cute. We go together and everything. I'm sorry, I digress. I get all frantic and oogie when he says that. Good morning. Let's go. How are you? Happy weekend
Happy Monday.
over. Happy Monday.
Hello.
Good morning, sunshines. It's the same dawn, same OG, but a brand new day and a brand new chapter in the book. A same OG. You know what it is. Thank you for tuning in to the Book of Dawn every weekday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., broadcasting live from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios at 9 something. I haven't hit the 9 o'clock mark just yet. I hope he's listening. That guy. Anyway. I just wouldn't be a sister if I didn't have to. I'm concealed and carried, so I'm shooting guns.
Start itching around 54, you know. Dawn's my son.
I said I'm going to do a Tennille on you. I'm going to open the door and come in on you one day, sir. I really do appreciate you listening, tuning in to from wherever you are, bathrooms, TVs, cell phones, wherever you can find us. Please do that and share and tell a friend we're here. Today is Monday. We get down to business with Milhouse, Engineering and Construction Chairman and CEO, Mr. Wilbur C. Milhouse. Bay, y'all can't call him no Bay, because I like to get punk in here, so don't call him Bay. At least don't do it around me. We talking about business, great ideas. He said to me several months ago, everybody has a great idea. And when you see the Shark Tank, you don't see what happens before the Shark Tank. And his idea was to help people create or bring to fruition business ideas, flesh out ideas. And they will be at some point sharing some of the ideas with us that they have gotten
Waiting for them to come.
or the investments.
Great ideas at millhouseinc.com.
Great ideas at millhouseinc.com. And I believe there's a lot of hiring still happening.
For us.
millhouseinc.com. Go to careers.
Yes.
Tell them I referred you. I know
So
that
you
I'm
get that
wifey,
bonus.
but I get
You
that
get
young
that bonus.
bony, my
bonus.
little Millhouse stimmy. That's we should do
Millhouse stimmy.
we should do a campaign, a marketing campaign. I need that Millhouse stimmy, yo. And it's not.
About 71 open positions right now.
Here's the thing: if y'all get me 10 of them, I could pay half my loans off and give you a few dollars on the back. Yeah.
Like 30 grand.
Yeah, man. Look, make sure you tell them Mrs. Milhouse referred you. Run that cash. No, in all seriousness, it is great ideas at millhouseinc.com. He also speaks with people in business every last Monday. And today we have Cheryl Rucker Whitaker. I'm going to say these initials slow because there's a lot of them behind her name.
The
I have
boss.
the boss in
She's
real
a
life.
boss.
CEO and founder. She's a physician, an entrepreneur, an investor, Dr. MD, MPH, FACP, LMNOP, QRST. Okay? She happens to be a very dear friend, but she is dedicated to health and equity in our community, and we wanted to have a conversation with her about being an entrepreneur, being an investor, being a mom, and being Black in health in America. And so we are going to have her join us shortly. But, you know, we have some stuff I have to do because I'm sure that Mary and Ron are watching, and I don't want the little babies to get me in trouble because my report card is due this week. The first of the month, they give me. They said, "You want to go through this traffic report?" And I was like, y'all have my abstract?" She said, "No, sit down." And she had a red light, a yellow light, and a green light. And I said, "Okay, what are we doing?" She says, "This is what you need to stop. That's the red light." Oh, ooh, okay.
Green means go.
Green means great. Yellow means I said, "Oh, so I get one of those every 30 days." Yeah, and if I don't do the little things they tell me to do, then they tell me to
They're
do.
intense.
Yeah, I get.
You have parameters.
I do.
Just give me champagne.
That's it.
You're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great.
I can't. Today is National Pretzel Day. If you like Auntie Annie's, go grab you one. And it's National Audubon Day. And I thought that was, having just celebrated Earth Day, I think Audubon deals with animal and environment and make certain that you pay attention out there. If you're a hunter, know what you're shooting. If you're a litterer, stop. Water your grass. And if your dogs go poop, like the people by our house, and you don't clean up the poop, you're feeding the rats, just so you know.
Absolutely.
The big old chunky poop. And I'm going to do the weather in my Mary Q voice. Good morning. It's a dawn good day. The weather today in Chicago is currently 45 degrees with a high expected of 72. All sun. Go out and be great. This is Weather for You by Mary Q. That's how she says the weather report.
Very, very good.
And then I have some
It's going
birthdays.
to be 77, though.
It's going to be 77?
Yeah.
Just when I'm leaving town, huh? Okay, and 80 tomorrow, I think you said. Look, I'm saying that begrudgingly because, yeah.
I could get my radar out if you want me to
You
really
do
get
know
it.
that he's not just an engineer. He's a meteorologist. He's not a weatherman. He's a meteorologist.
Partly cloudy.
Partly cloudy.
Clearing up later in the day.
In real life, that was his other job. Let me check my radar. Yeah. It's going to rain at 22.69, and then it goes. Psh, I'm like, this dude is a meteorologist.
With that voice, I believe anything you say, Mr. Milhouse.
No,
it's going to snow, Mr. Milhouse.
In real life, I just said to him before when we were sitting out in the other room, I said, you should go in and do a drop and say, "Hi, this is Wilbur C. Milhouse, CEO and chairman of Milhouse Engineering. Join us every last Monday." I gave him a whole script. I said, will you go in there and say that in your voice? Because we probably will break Maze's live viewers if you say it. He goes, not today. He says, I hear Maze laugh.
I'll be back.
You'll be back?
I'll be back.
Oh, we should have a voice off. We're going to have a voice off between you and Maze.
That's fine.
I declare the winner right here. Amen. No, birthdays. Let me say happy birthday. The weekend was busy. Happy birthday, Michael J. Moody, Marie Alexander, Jatan Luther South, Brave Purnell. I have to say that. Timmy Lawrence, Mark Rand, Alvin Daniels,
Only
D.
school that
Nash.
closed that still graduates people.
You see, they be hating. They be. I said it wrong on purpose. They be hating.
Only school that has closed so many years ago, but still graduating people. How do y'all multiply? I don't understand it.
Bright light, bright light, bright light. We're gremlins.
It's crazy.
Yeah. You know what's
Stop the band.
You know what's the problem is? These people that went to these huge schools, humongous, thousands and thousands, they don't even see the people they went. They don't even know
that's
the
so
people
true.
they went to school. You go anywhere in the world, including Nigeria, and you run into a Luther South Brave in real life.
I see you guys everywhere.
He's like, I'm like, hey, baby, let me guess. They went to Luther South. Actually, they did. Shall we sing the fight song?
You're the only one that knows that song.
I think we all know it, but I think I'm the only one with the audacity to sing it out loud several years later. Alvin Daniels, Opal Staples, Emma Sneerer, Mark Sears, George Montgomery, Big George. He went to Illinois. You basketball player. It's his birthday today. Nakiba Gardner, Jody Michaelek, Deborah Hannah. Happy birthday, Deb. Brian Troop, Michael Franklin, and Stefan Robertson. Happy birthday, y'all. Word of the day applies to something that I want to share with you that I sort of asked him permission to share, but sort of. It is spelled IRREFRAGABLE. It's an adjective. Comes from the Latin mid-16th century. Irrefragable. Yes. Irrefragable. Yeah. It's irrefragable. Irrefragable. I said it right the first 3 times. Anyway, it means this. It means not able to be refuted or disproved. It is indisputable. And I'm going to make an announcement. As a premier engineering and construction and design firm in the United States, Milhouse Engineering is an irrefragable institution. Do you know why I'm saying that? Because ENR dropped the 2021 top 500 design firms in the country today. And Milhouse Engineering, drum roll, is in the top 500 in the United States of America. Congratulations, Mr. Milhouse, and to your team of
Fantastically great people.
Yeah, about 300 people strong.
300.
Yeah, so if you'd like to work for one of the top design firms in the country, irrefragably, then go on millhouseinc.com and look it up. It's a good word for today. I found that when you told, and congratulations. I know you're a little bashful, but congratulations.
Well, thank you so much.
You did that from a P.O. box to 300 people in how many countries and how many cities in the United States? You did that. High five.
Still
We
going.
black, y'all, and still growing. Still going and growing.
Still going. Got
That's
a long
good
way to
stuff.
go.
You just starting? Can I
Trying to
get you
to that
live?
fresh 1,000.
Can I get my watch or something?
Yeah, can we get a watch? That's
Right.
Gotta get the ring.
No, I'm not on. That's 15.
It's 15.
I'm waiting on my 10 year.
Well, we'll get you a watch.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Dollar. If you're watching,
We'll get you a
I
watch.
wear the same size as you do, and I don't want to have to take yours. So
You want the men's version or the women's version?
I think I want the man's. I want a big face.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like
I'll
cool.
tell them to put in order.
I appreciate that. And then you can tell them to pre-order my ring now. I got but 2 more years. And then I'm like just saying, and then it'll be ready. And I won't have to fight.
All right.
Okay.
That'll work.
All my life. You know what movie that comes from?
Yeah. Color people.
Yes. So we're going to talk to Cheryl. You have anything else exciting you want to share about business or some of the ideas or before we jump into our conversation with Miss Cheryl?
No. I mean, we're launching a new company down in Atlanta.
Are you?
Forestry.
Forestry. Well, what is forestry? I mean,
So we have our construction company, we have our engineering company. Now we're going to get into forestry. So it's heavily trimming trees and taking care of manicuring trees around power poles and structures.
Okay.
So it's a good opportunity for some young men and women to grow in another field that we hadn't touched. So we're excited about that.
Dope. And then, and maybe since, pray God, I'm talking to you, we're out of the snow. You had a great snow season.
Yeah, snow as well.
And that was a new company, technically.
We've been doing snow for like 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Self-performing new
Okay.
for us,
And what is self-performing?
meaning we actually physically do it ourselves
Okay.
versus managing snow for our clients.
Okay. And yeah, I got an email from the charity people at one of your clients, Roseland Hospital, and they're gushy over you in the snow.
They the people.
they're real gushy. Like, if y'all do nonprofit as good as you do snow, I'm like, wow, okay, I'm gonna have to go in there and roll some heads.
They love the snow folks.
Yeah, indeed,
Who
indeed.
we call the snowmen.
Oh, that's
Not
actually
the movie,
cute.
but they're the snowmen.
I like that. So that would be Malachi and Pierre,
Correct.
and all the team that
And they got a
supports
team.
them.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cute. The
They're growing.
snowmen, they're growing. That's exciting. Anything else? Exciting.
about it.
Any new big? Can you tell us how the O'Hare project is going? What's it called? The big one.
Global Terminal.
Yes. How's that going?
It's moving. It's moving.
Good.
It's going good.
Good.
Going good. We could possibly show you guys some stuff. No, we can't actually.
Oh, it's not
Yeah,
just
can't
yet.
do that.
Okay.
We can release some stuff, but not everything.
Okay.
But it's moving. It's looking great.
Okay. And
It's going to be
then
a world-class facility for Chicago, which we've so deserve.
this is funny and cute. We travel quite a bit, and every airport we go to, he's
wow,
like,
damn, airport don't look like that.
in real life, he's like, we live in the best city in the world, and our airport is just, I'm just like, well, let's get out the door.
So it's time.
Let's get him on out the door. He's like,
Just look at this layout. Look at this.
the way,
I would too.
I literally, and so now it's actually happening.
It's happening.
I'm excited about it
I am too.
because our international terminal, we sure could use it.
Man.
that entry, yeah, that's more than an ocean. So yeah, well, I guess I won't pick, but you'll be able to share. One day I'm just going to interview you on your show because I want you to speak to some stuff that you know is happening and not happening, and maybe just pick your brain about how to get greater equity in contracts
I'd love to.
with state and the
I'd love
city. I dare not have Maze Jackson in at the same time as you, because then
Maze is great on that too, though.
yeah.
He's great
Maybe
on that kind of stuff.
maybe I would love
I
to.
mean, one of the heavy things that we're pushing on right now is the fact that so many of the contracts, especially the very large contracts in the state and in the city, are held by firms that aren't even based in the state or in the city. Some are even out of the country. So I'm not understanding how we move our dollars well when we get taxed the most in this state, but we're doing business with businesses outside of the state. They move to other states because they're afraid of our taxes, but they reap the benefits by still getting the very, very large projects. So I definitely want all of our politicians to start thinking and paying attention to that when you have firms like mine who purposely stay here and purposely said, hey, this is my home, and we can't get those very large contracts because it continues to go to firms outside of the state.
yeah, I feel
It's
like
an issue for me.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, that one, I think we should bring that one up a lot.
I think we should. Did y'all hear what he said? Let me look. In my Lisa E voice. Camera 3. Did you hear what the man said? How the hell you get to move out the state and still get the money from the state and the people in the state paying the taxes?
Stay here.
So
we're
we
not
paying
recycling
them?
our own money well.
Oh. Is it election year, or should I
Right,
save my
right.
neck roll for another 6 months? Okay. That part. We're going to take a break. I think Miss Cheryl is ready to come in, and we'll be right back. We're going to talk to somebody else who probably has something she can add to that about equity and money and black business. Yeah. We'll be right back. It's the Book of Dawn.
WIFTBPM. Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
What's up, good people? If you didn't tune in to the last I Said What I Said, here's what you missed. This legendary journalist, man, his list of accomplishments goes on and on. He's an author, a brother. He is someone that, for me, I've looked up to literally since I was about 11 or 12 years old. And this was really before I knew his name. I mean, I knew what Slam Magazine was. That's kind of what you did as a shorty. But I didn't even know that he wrote for it, right? And I had read plenty of his articles, but I didn't know that the dude who I saw every morning on my way to school was Scoop Jackson. East Side crazy, man. So, in growing up over there where I grew up, there wasn't a whole lot of positive male representation. I would walk down the block past his house every morning. I would see him coming out of his driveway, right? He had this coldest truck, black Pathfinder, if I recall. I would see him, and he would always just take a couple minutes to chop it up, and it would just be me or, a couple of my guys just walking to school. And again, over there wasn't a whole lot of representation of positive black males. I don't know that you were aware of the difference that you were making on us at the time.
I don't want to say I don't believe in the concept of giving back. I feel if you give back, that means that you left. So my whole purpose in never leaving the same neighborhood I came up in is that I never gave back. You just give. I would hope that I would have impact on what your everyday lives were. I could be the one dude in the neighborhood that stopped and spoke to you, which I think is really important.
Yeah.
Because young individuals in black neighborhoods, especially young men, get ignored very quickly.
All
they
the
get
time.
dismissed. Right. They get minimized. And the one thing, I still do it to this day, say what's up to everybody, especially young brothers, because we have a tendency not to acknowledge one another. And I've never lived that life. My hope was that, us having the small time and me just being there and you all, just developing a relationship with me and me developing a relationship with you would have at least a small impact on you. It would give you like, all right, there's some decent people around me. There's something I can look forward to maybe. If I don't have anybody else in this neighborhood that I can talk to that can identify with me,
right,
I can ring Scoop's doorbell. You got a good memory. It was a black Pathfinder too. You good.
Coldest truck I had seen. I was like, yo, that's raw. Cuz balling. I said what I said. Urban 2, right here on What's in It for the Black People Media.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I see you, Dawn. Slick Chaos. Good morning. Come on. Come on. You're listening to the Book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the Book of Dawn. This morning. You're listening to the Book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the Book of Dawn. Are you ready for the truth? And nothing but the truth, so help you, Dawn. She's bringing it to you every weekday at 9 in the morning. So if you wanna hear the real, this is what you gotta do. Just log online and listen to Dawn speak her mind. Listening to the Book of Dawn in the morning. You're listening to the Book of Dawn this morning. You're listening to the Book of Dawn this morning. You're now tuned in to Dawn. Oh, sexy Dawn. What's in it for the black people media?
Yeah, we see you, Cheryl. You better, good morning. Welcome back. You're tuned into the Book of Dawn. It's the last Monday of the month. That's when we get down to business with Milhouse Engineering and our co-host, Mr. Wilbur C. Milhouse, and our special guest today to talk about business, disparities, equity, health, in our Black communities and entrepreneurship is Cheryl Rucker Whitaker, entrepreneur, physician, investor, serial investor. You say, hey, I heard the stocks on the Red Stars went up. What Cheryl say? Hold on, wait a minute. What they hit for? In real life. Cheryl, thank you for even being on vacation and deciding to have this conversation with us. We greatly appreciate you. Reading your resume is just it's a good reminder how much you've dedicated your career to the disparities in health and creating solutions to close the gaps. And I think that's part of the reason that Wilbur wanted to have you here, because you are the living face of health. And we know, just even with this COVID pandemic, the disparities that we still are experiencing. So thank you for joining us, and I'm going to let Wilbur kick it off.
The disparities, as well as just having a good understanding of what it takes to get there, and also understanding that there's exceptional women in the space as entrepreneurs, and that's what I want to talk to you about today, Cheryl. So could you start off just talking a little bit about what motivated you to go into medicine, where you're from, all that kind of stuff, just to start?
Well, I want to start by saying I want me a song, because
I got you, girl.
That's a great song, isn't it?
I like that song. And secondly, I want to just congratulate and thank the Milhouse crew, Lady Milhouse, the Book of Dawn, and Wilbur Milhouse of Milhouse Engineering for all the work that you all do as individuals, but also as a collective for our community. So not only do you built a business built on skill and expertise that's inclusive, with inclusive economic kind of approach, and you're also closing gaps. And I just want to start out by thanking you guys. I love your model, and I'd like to see that replicated. I see you guys are modeling that for our community, that really, as husband and wife, we really have to work together on this mission to really close gaps in our community. So, look, I'll start out. My father was a skilled laborer. He's retired, and my mom was a housewife. And I grew up in a small town in Georgia. And I hadn't seen a doctor ever. I'd never seen a Black doctor. As a matter of fact, we really never went to the doctor, except we went to the health clinic to get our shots. That's it. So I never really saw a Black doctor, but when my grandmother died when I was 14 of a brain tumor, and I didn't understand, it was a very progressive, quick kind of onset, and then she kind of died within a year. I said, I want to be a doctor. I want to solve, at that time it was cancer.
Sure.
And so, I kind of had to fight my way through it, guys. I think through the grace of God, there was a pipeline program. My 10th grade biology teacher said, Cheryl, you should go to this pre-med program at the Medical College of Georgia. And that's really what started me on my way, guys. I was smart in science and math and, generally all around. And the teacher said, okay, well, maybe, this Black child, let's help her. And I went to this program, and that was my game changer. So when I went to a pipeline program and I saw African-American physicians, I saw college students who were from, and I still know these folks today, they were from Morehouse College, Spelman, Tougaloo, and I'll never forget, how the college students dressed and carried themselves, and they were pre-med. I said, you know what, I can do that too, and I did.
And Cheryl, those were Black students, right?
Yeah.
They were all African American students, and they were Black women, they were Black men, college students, and even to this day, it warms my heart to think about. Just they weren't even trying it, but they were my role models to show me what I could do and I could be.
Yeah, we often say you can't be what you can't see.
Yeah.
and that was
critically
real,
important.
yeah, real life for you. And so Georgia, where did you go to college, Cheryl?
So I went to Emory University as an undergraduate, and I'm proud to say, guys, that I was the first person in my family to go to really a prestigious private university.
Yeah,
that one,
great school.
They just asked me to join their dean's council, so I'm back involved at Emory. I'm going to be supporting kind of women in STEM efforts there, but very excited about that. So I went to Emory as an undergrad. I, was pre-med, was very serious in college. Those who know me say, yeah, she's pretty serious. Got into several medical schools. I got into the Medical College of Georgia, Emory University, University of Rochester, Washington University. You guys, you'll appreciate this. When I saw the brochure that Washington University had, where they had a bunch of good-looking Black men on it, I said, "Oh, that's cool."
Baby, that's the school for me.
They were all med students. I was like, I'm going to that school. And so I went to Washington University School of Medicine in St. Louis for my medical degree. I then went to, and I knew I was interested in public health and policy. I did a 1-year master's in public health at Harvard. So right after my MD, I went straight to Harvard for a year to do that master's degree that you read off earlier. Mm-hmm. And then for doctors, you guys know there's a fairly long training pathway. So after I finished my master's, I went to do my internship in internal medicine at Stanford University in Palo Alto Hospital. Then I did my residency in internal medicine at the University of California, San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So did my medical degree, public health degree, did my residency. And as fate would have it, I did, meet a good-looking guy. He was from the University of Chicago, though. He wasn't from WashU, another young doctor. And we did our residencies out in San Francisco. And Chicago was his home. So we came here. We've been here now for, I think, 25 years, doing our work in and about the community.
Great work indeed. So what made the trigger related to entrepreneurship? That any of your family members have businesses, or was it something that you saw and wanted to do related to being in business? Because you worked for a while and then.
Yes, I did. So so guys, you guys are getting the fodder from my book. I really need to write this all down. So I'm really happy to be able to tell some of this story today. My first job out of residency was right on the south side of Chicago at 55th and Cottage. I was at the Friend Family Health Center, and I was taking care of people who had diabetes, high blood pressure, other things you come to the doctor for. But what I saw over and over was diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol. Mm-hmm. Saw that over and over. And I began to wonder, I go, wow, I'm just prescribing meds. I really don't have any kind of lifestyle modification opportunities to offer my patients. I don't see them in between the doctor's visits. What's really going on with their healthcare? And I began to really wonder, guys. I mean, I was doing my job as it's prescribed, but I was really just not satisfied. And so I left that job. I went to do a research fellowship at Northwestern, and I began to look at data, and I just really try to understand data, like the numbers, like understand more about African American and their healthcare as a whole. Okay, So I did a professorship at Rush for 7 years, and then that's when I left kind of academia, because I said, wait a minute, I'm treating people one-on-one. What are global large interventions that I can do? And that kind of led me down the path of looking for entrepreneurial opportunities to contribute to what was currently going on in healthcare at the larger scale. And that's how I got into entrepreneurship. So guys, just to know this, when I talk about the data, right now for Medicaid, which is healthcare for the working poor or working or poor people, you're under a certain income level.
Right.
We spend $30 billion. Did you know that?
No.
So if you're spending $30 billion in Illinois, I'm not talking about the United States, I'm talking about Illinois. The question is, how could we have such horrible health outcomes for African Americans?
Yeah.
So Wilbur, that's the question that drove me. It literally drove me crazy because I couldn't understand how you could be spending, 20 billion on care coordination, and another 6-7 billion on different tax incentives that we get from the federal government, another few billion on nursing homes that come through the general revenue fund. I couldn't understand it. So that's when I really wanted to get involved. I said, wait a minute, if I can get involved, how can I do this differently? And what can I learn from the experience? And that's how my first company was born, WKG Advisory, which is a consulting group. Then Next Level Health was born, and now Complete Care was born. I am now just head over heels and try to understand and be a part of the $30 billion discussion. So what I was in the quest of, guys, was I want to be in on the economics. I'm looking for inclusive economics because I feel like African Americans have a lot to add to how we can improve our health outcomes. Long answer to a short question.
No. And a good answer. I guess you talked about the evolution of your consulting company to your first company, and now your you're just now working with the Complete Care Management Partners. How has your model and mission grown after the beginning to now? That what will the new company offer that the steps before it did not?
So the new company really gets down and dirty with individuals kind of in our neighborhood. So we work with right now 2 large payers, and they've assigned us a set of people or members to their health plan that they can't find or they cannot engage. But what we do know is that these people are using the healthcare system. We're trying to help them use the healthcare system properly and connect them to services that they might really could benefit from. So it's much more granular what we're doing now. When we had the health plan, Next Level Health, yes, it was a $300 million company by the time we exited it. The majority of those dollars went to healthcare claims because remember, we're using healthcare dollars and people are making a lot of money taking care of us. But that care is not complete, guys. There's a lot of gaps and holes in it. So we grew Next Level Health. We were a full health plan. That means we had to deal with all the regulatory issues. We had to have an extraordinary amount of capital in order to carry that book of business as an insurance company. So we moved out of having to struggle and fight for capital to one that's now only focused on that individual and that person. And so, Dawn, we gained a lot of expertise at Next Level doing that and working inside communities and working with families. And we're taking that